So hey, what's up guys, Harshan back with another video. So guys, in this video I'm gonna show you latest Cydia tweaks that are compatible with your iOS 12.4. So guys, let's just quickly get started. So first of all, let me just quickly show you in which iOS I am currently on. And so I'll just go into my about, and guys, as you can see, this right here is the 12.4 version. And guys, if you want to know how to jailbreak your device, I mean jailbreak your iOS 12.4 device, I have the links in the description for that video as well. You can go and check it out. So guys, without any further ado, let's just quickly get started. So guys, as you can see, I am using the iPhone 7 for the same. First up is Bar Modifier. So most probably you know what Bar Modifier does. So guys, as you can see, it adds a layer of emojis on top of your keyboard. So this is the same place where the predictive text used to come. So this replaces your predictive text. So here we go. So here you can tweak the settings as well. So here you have the location, I mean you can select the location for your bar emoji. For iPhone 10 and above, the bottom bar works. For non-iPhone 10 devices, you'll have to replace the predictive bar, so which is not a good thing about the same. I think the developers at Bar Modifier should definitely consider changing this thing. Anyway, next up is better Cece X1. So this what it does is that it changes the way your device looks, I mean the control center looks. So guys, as you can see, now my control center looks way much more cooler than it used to look when it was on iOS stock iOS 12.4. So guys, as you can see, now I can add as many stuff as I want on this thing. So I'll just go into its settings and show you what you can do with it. So as you can see, here you can select the module size, here also module size of the music app. So when you 3D touch on it, it expands, and as you can see, this thing is looking pretty cool. So here you have plenty of options to choose from. You can have a live weather background as well. So for live weather background, you need to add a new tweak, which is known as better Cece X1 wallpaper. So as you can see, this adds this cool little feature right over here. So this style, it looks very clean. Okay, so next tweak is battery life. It is a very useful tweak. It shows you a lot of details about your battery life. So I'll leave the links in the description for all the repositories, and if you want to read an article, so I have leave the links in the description for the article as well, so you can go and read it. And guys, as you can see here, you get all the information about your battery life, the 3G full talk time, 3G browsing, LTE browsing, Wi-Fi, and all of those stuff. And so guys, as you can see here, you have a feature which is known as capacity. So right now my capacity, I mean the total capacity of my battery in iPhone 7 is 1950 mAh, and right now the capacity is just 1747. So this means that my battery is not 100% efficient. So you can see this thing as well from battery life tweak, and you have a lot of other cool stuff which you can see about your battery, about your health of your device. Alright, so next up is bloard. So most probably you might have already noticed that I have a black keyboard right now. So by default you get a white keyboard in stock iOS. So what bloard does is that it gives you a cool dark theme of your keyboard. So as you can see, and right over here is Bar Modifier, it's coming up. So guys, as you can see, this dark theme in this keyboard is due to a tweak called bloard, BLOARD. So guys, if you are not able to understand what I am saying, then you can definitely go and check out the links in the description for the article. I have mentioned all the repositories and the tweak name itself. Alright, so next tweak is Cece Linker. This is a very useful tweak. So what it does is that, so guys, by default you don't get any option to change your control to change your ringtone volume and the music volume. So guys, with this tweak you get to do the same. So you just have to open your control center like this, and guys, you need to tap right over here, tap on the this sound bar. So guys, as you can see, when you tap on this sound tile, now you will be able to control your ringer volume. As you can see here, you have this little icon. Wait, I'll just reduce the brightness. So guys, as you can see, now you'll be able to control the ringtone volumes, and when you tap out, and let me just make it full, and when you tap out it again, now you'll be able to control the voice music volume, I mean. So this thing is pretty cool. I really don't know why Apple does not include this thing in their stock iOS. So guys, as you can see here, you can control both of the volumes with the same tile. Alright guys, so next tweak is known as force in picture. So guys, what this tweak does is that it only works with your browser, I mean Safari or Chrome or Firefox or whatever browser you are using. It does not work with the YouTube application. So guys, what it does is that when you click on this little icon right over here, the video gets detached from the video player, and you can take it anywhere on your home screen, I mean on your screen. So as you can see, it comes up as an overlay, and you can take it and you can drag it anywhere. And when you press the home button, so now you can do multitasking. It's just like a picture in picture feature which we have on our Android devices. So as you can see, now you can go into your setting apps, and the video is still playing, not in the background, in the foreground. Now let me just quickly go on to my YouTube application and try playing another video at the same time. So let's just see, I really don't know if it works or not. So guys, as you can see, 2 YouTube videos are playing at the same time on my mobile, one in the YouTube application and other one from the picture in picture feature, which we just downloaded from the tweak called force in picture. So guys, the next tweak is Jellyfish, and you might have already noticed how my home screen, I mean the lock screen, looks like. So guys, as you can see right now, I have my time, the date, and the weather right over here on the topmost right corner, and this looks pretty clean as well. So guys, now let me just quickly go on to its settings and show you what other things which you can do with Jellyfish. So guys, as you can see here you can select show weather, color, time. So guys, you can change the color of the time, the clock as well. So by default what happens is that the color of the clock, so it automatically gets acquired by the color of the wallpaper which you are using on your lock screen. So as you can see right now I have a wallpaper which is kind of like whitish or yellowish, so that's why the color of this thing is white and yellow, and this looks pretty clean as well. So guys, from here you can text thickness and just take a look at the spelling of thickness. So guys, from here you can change the thickness or you can change the alignment. Here are plenty of options to choose from, and you can override and you can select this override dynamic color. So what it does is that if you don't want the jellyfish to acquire the same color of the background, you can change it. So you just need to enable this thing and choose the color of your choice. So guys, the next tweak is known as melior, and guys, most of you must be already tired of that video hood, the volume hood which used to come up and occupy the entire screen. So guys, as you can see from melior, you get this clean little icon right over here, this slider right over here. It's just like the video HUD which we get, but it's horizontal and now it's vertical, and that too on the leftmost side of your device, and it looks very clean and neat. So guys, as you can see now the entire screen does not get occupied by that ugly video volume hood which used to come up. And guys, next up is modern dock. So modern dock, what it does is that as you can see this right here is the dock. So right now I have curved edges on the background of my dock, just like we have it on your iPhone 10 and the above devices. So this is due to a tweak called modern dock. So this makes my device look very clean. Alright, so next tweak is known as power module. Power module is a must-have tweak for a jailbroken device. So guys, as you can see this right here is known as power module. So I've attached it to my control center, and guys, when I 3D touch on this thing, so guys, as you can see now I have plenty of option to choose from, plenty of useful options to be precise to choose from. Guys, as you can see, I can respring my device, I can clear the UI cache, safe mode, I can reboot into safe mode, I can simply reboot and remove the jailbreak, I can lock my device, I can power it down as well. So this is due to a tweak called power module, and this thing is pretty cool, and guys, you should definitely have it if you have a jailbroken device. So guys, I don't think there is any method to go into the safe mode of your jailbroken iOS device. This is a must-have tweak for a jailbroken device due to obvious reasons. And guys, next up is pull to respring. So pull to respring, what it does is that when you go into your settings app and pull the screen from just like this, so it resprings your device. So while the last two tweaks were more of a utility for your iPhone device, so guys, as you can see when I pull this thing, by the name it is clear that you have to pull the screen in order to respring your device. So guys, as you can see, this is due to a tweak called pull to respring, and most probably you already have heard of the same. So guys, next up is pencil charger indicator. So pencil charger indicator, what it does is that it adds a very cool and little nice prompt whenever I plug in a charger. So here we go, Harsh iPhone, and it is showing the battery percentage, and this thing looks very cool. It's just like what we have in our iPad devices. So now we have iPad like features on our mobile devices, I mean on our iPhone devices. So this is possible due to a tweak called pencil charger indicator. So our next tweak is known as smart light. So smart light, what it does is that when you let's say we are in the lock screen, and when you hold the power button and the volume down button, the torch automatically gets turned on. So guys, as you can see, here we go. So I'm just pressing these two buttons right over here, and it's very fast and convenient as well. So earlier what used to happen was that whenever you wanted to turn on your flashlight, so you had to unlock your device and go into the control center and look for the torch icon right over here. I really don't know where it is. So here we go. So guys, this used to take a lot of time, and it was very inconvenient as well. So I personally like this tweak very much. So what you need to do is, so now what you need to do is just hold the home button, the power button and the volume down button. So I'll just show you, and here we go. So next is swipe for more, and guys, what it does is that when you go into a Cydia application and you swipe just like this, here you have plenty of options to choose from. So guys, now you can remove the application, you can queue it, you can queue and reload it, I mean reinstall it, and you can queue and remove it. So earlier what used to happen was that whenever you wanted to reinstall or delete an application, what you had to do, you had to click here, you need to click on modify, and you have to select from the list of menus which you get here. So it used to take a lot of time, but with this tweak you just need to swipe right over here, and here you get all the useful menus with just a swipe. So next up is tap video. So what it does is that when you go into a setting application, I mean the camera application, and here you get an option. So as you can see in the top right corner, here you click on it and you can select the configuration of the video you want to shoot. So as you can see here we have 1080p 30 fps 720p 30 fps. Wait, I'll just go into the front back camera to show you more features. So as you can see here you have all the option to choose from. So earlier what used to happen was that if you wanted to shoot a 4K video, you had to go to your settings and select the camera application and do all the changes. With this tweak it's very simple. So it's just like what we have on our Android devices. So as you can see, you just need to click here in order to change the configuration or the quality of your video, and this makes your work very easy. So last but not the least is known as YouTube tool. So what it does is that it allows you to play YouTube in your background, and it is a must-have tweak for your iPhone device. I mean the jailbroken iPhone device. So guys, this is one of the only reason why I jailbroke my device. So guys, as you can see, I'll just show you. I'll just let you hear the sound. So I'll just play some of my videos just to avoid copyright strike. And guys, when I click on the home button, so guys, as you can see, you can hear the sound. The video is playing in the background.
29. Okay, so here we go. Jailbreak complete. So here was a guy Harshan back in the video. So guys, what an exciting day it is because the jailbreak for the 11th.
So guys, this is due to a tweak called YouTube Tools, and here you have plenty of options to choose from. So I'll just go into its settings and show you what you can do with this thing. So I'll just find where YouTube Tools is. And guys, here we go. So guys, as you can see, here you can select plain background. I have only selected plain background. And guys, as you can see, here you have no videos ad, no age restriction, select quality over 3G, 4G, hide info card overlay, and there are a lot of options which you can choose. Well, as you can see, this is due to a tweak called YouTube Tools.
Animation be fast. I'll leave the links in the description for all of the tweaks, and if you want to read an article regarding the tweaks I have covered in all of my videos, I'll leave the link in the description for that one as well. So guys, as you can see, this right here is animation be fast, and as you can see, my animations are so fast because I have reduced the speed from right over here. As you can see, here we have a bar, springboard speed, app open and close speed. You can arrange it according to your preference. So I like it to be very slow, I mean very fast, so that's why I made all of them to 0. So guys, as you can see, I am not getting even a single animation. As you can see, instantly, and everything is opening and closing instantly. So this thing is pretty so this thing I like about this the most. So guys, next app is known as app hider. App hider, what it does is that by the name it's clear, it hides your application. For example, I'll just show you. So guys, as you can see, right now we are having this Paytm, or let's just try with AdSense. As you can see, we have this AdSense app right over here, and now let me just quickly hide it. So I'll just click right over here, and it's saying that it will only be applied when you respring your device. So now I am respringing my device, and I'll just show you in a moment. And as you can see, there is no app of AdSense right over here. So if you want to open this app, you can go to app hider and click right over here, and here you get an option for opening the app. So let me just quickly unhide this app because I don't want this to be hidden. Alright guys, so the next app is battery life. Battery life is a very great app. It gives you an very detailed explanation of your battery, like what is the battery percentage, how much is the battery capacity right now. So as you can see, the capacity is 1950 by 1950 mAh, and this means my battery is 100% efficient. And you can see all the cycles, current discharge time, the battery charge, and you can see all the talk time, 3G browsing, LTE browsing, Wi-Fi browsing, and all those stuff. So this is a very cool app. This can come in very handy. So guys, next up is Jellyfish. By Jellyfish, as you can see, this right here is a very cool and customized lock screen. This looks really clean. This is inspired from the Apple Watch. And guys, the color of these icons, it gets automatically arranged with the color of your background. So my dominant colors in the background are white and blue. So that's why the color and the time is in black and blue. So this is a very great app. So guys, next up is Eclipse X. Eclipse X, what it does is that, so when you when you used to remove the apps, you need to swipe them up one by one by one by one. But with Eclipse X, you just need to swipe any app downwards, and then you will get rid of your app switcher. So guys, as you can see, there are no apps in my app switcher. This is because of a tweak called Eclipse X. So guys, next up is bloard. Bloard I have covered in the previous part as well, but bloard is again awesome tweak, that's why I'm covering it again. So let me just focus this thing. So guys, as you can see, now I am getting a black keyboard. Black keyboard looks very cool with a black theme. So guys, as you can see, I am using the dark mode as well, and dark mode looks pretty insane. And dark mode along with this black keyboard gives my device an iOS 13 like features early. I get to see the iOS 13 features early. So guys, this right here, black keyboard, is because of a tweak called bloard, BLOARD. So guys, next up is no beta alert. So no beta alert, obviously I think it's clear, and most probably you are familiar with it. You get rid of that pop-up which used to come every time an occupier screen. That was very annoying. It used to say that a new jailbreak is available there, so don't stay on the beta version, please go and update your device. So with this tweak, you don't get that notification. So guys, next up is More Separator. More Separator is a very small tweak. I'll just show you. I'll just zoom in my screen. So guys, as you can see, right now I'm not having any of the separator lines which were present earlier in my settings app. So this makes my device look very cool and clean. So I'll just focus this thing back again. Well, this right here is because of a tweak called More Separator. So guys, next up is Camera Mode X or Camera Mode 10. Camera Mode 10 allows you to get depth effect portrait feature on your non-iPhone 8 devices. So guys, जैसे कि oh, I'm sorry, I was speaking Hindi. So guys, as you can see, this right here is a portrait mode, and this thing looks pretty cool. Alright guys, so the next app is Notepad. Notepad, what it does is that it gives you a notepad on your lock screen. So let's say if you want to take a note and you don't want to forget that, you can type it right over here, and this thing stays on your lock screen. So whenever the next time you open your phone, you get a reminder. This is kind of a reminder that you have to complete one work or do this or do that. So this is a very great tweak you can install and get a notepad on your lock screen. So guys, next up is NotiMask. What NotiMask does is that NotiMask gives you fake notifications. So I'll just show you what I mean by fake notification. So guys, let's say I have enabled WhatsApp and now I'll click on fake app. I'll have clicked battery and now let me just add a title. Hi, what's up, Harsh. Whenever I get a notification from WhatsApp, it will not come under the name of WhatsApp. Instead it will come in the name of the app which I selected, that was App Store. So guys, now let me just show you, and the message which we typed in, hi and WhatsApp, will come instead of that thing. So I'll just show you what I mean. So I'll just send a message to this number on WhatsApp. So guys, as you can see, I have typed in some random letters right over here, and I'll just click on send. And as you can see, this is from the notification is from the App Store, and it's the same message which I recently typed in the app. It's what's up, Harsh. And as you can see, what's up, Harsh, this right here is the message. Instead of showing up as WhatsApp, it's showing up as App Store, just because of the tweak called NotiMask. So guys, I'll just turn it off because I don't like it personally. I'm just showing it to you guys just to create this video. So I have turned it off, and let me just quickly remove it. So guys, next up is pull to respring. Most probably you are familiar with this. This is a very handy tweak when you have installed new application or you have made changes with the tweaks. You just, instead of going into settings and doing a lot of complicated stuff, in order to respring your device, you just need to do this. You need to go to your setting apps and just pull down, and then your device will be respringed. So this is a very great app. Next up is Rooster. Rooster, what it does is that it enables and disables notification by 3D touch on an application. So guys, earlier if you wanted to remove the notification, you need to go to the settings and do all those complicated stuff, or not complicated, but it used to consume a lot of time. But with this, you can enable a notification just by 3D touching on an icon. So guys, as you can see, I've disabled notification, and now I get another pop-up saying enable notification. So this is a very great tweak. This is due to a tweak called Rooster. So guys, next up is Shuffle. Shuffle app, what it does is that it gives you wait, I'll just show you. So guys, Shuffle app, what it does is that it gives you this this 3 used app right over here. So guys, when I come into settings, and as you can see, I have these 3 things: do not open, apps, and system apps. So basically it's very cool tweak. So for me, when I create my videos, this can come in very handy. So earlier what I used to do, in order to go to the tweaks, I needed to swipe down, but with this thing, all of my tweaks are here and they are arranged very properly, and that too, they are on top of my settings menu. So this is a very great tweak. You can arrange, you can rename this icon right over here as well. So earlier it was tweak, and I have changed its name to do not open. So guys, as you can see, you can change the title from right over here. So guys, next tweak is Spin 11. Spin 11, what it does is that it gives your lock screen a very great view. So I'll just show you. So let's say I have played one song, and as you can see, I get a very cool and a clean circular look of my song which I am playing. Sorry for bad English. But as you can see, this right here is the progress of the song, and you can fast forward and rewind the song from here, or you can change the songs. And as you can see, this comes with a very cool animation. So here we go. So guys, this is due to a tweak called Spin 11. So I'll just remove these things. So guys, next up is Cuttlefish. Cuttlefish, what it is that when you 3D touch on an icon, it gives the dominant color of that application to your background. So guys, as you can see, instead of doing simple blur, it changes the background color to the dominant color of that app. So Strava, and it's orange. Snapchat, it must be yellow, and as you can see, the yellow is pretty much visible. So this is due to a tweak called Cuttlefish. So guys, next up is Pencil Charger Indicator. So I'll just show you what Pencil Charger Indicator does is that. So you get a pop-up every time you pull in your charger, and as you can see, this is inspired from the Apple Pencil, and this thing looks pretty cool as well. So I think you have noticed this earlier as well, because when there was notification for low battery. So guys, as you can see, this right here is due to a tweak called Pencil Charger Indicator, and this thing looks pretty insane. Alright guys, next up is Status Modifier. Status Modifier, what it does is that I think you might have noticed that I am getting a seconds menu on my status bar, and there is no indicator for the battery. So this is due to a tweak called Status Bar modifier, status modifier, and as you can see here, you have all the option which you can choose from. You can do a lot of things with this. You can change this format of your time using this pre-available format, or you can remove the icons for time, airplane mode, signal bar, carrier, 3G 40 LTE, battery, alarm, geolocation, rotation, data spinner, and battery on charge. So this is a really great tweak. You can install it to get to customize your status bar. I like it very much. Next up is tap video config. Tap video config, what it does is that whenever you want to shoot a video, you can just click right over here and you get all the option which you, if you want to change the type of video you are recording. So guys, by default Apple doesn't give it in their settings menu, I'm sorry, in the camera app. If you wanted to change this thing earlier, you need to go to your settings and do a lot of time and do a lot of stuff which might consume a lot of time. With this app, you can do this thing right over in your camera menu. So this thing looks pretty cool. So guys, as you can see here, I have an option. The default is 1080 pixels, 60 frames per second, and 4K 30 720p and all those stuff. So this is a very great tweak. This is because of a tweak called tap video config. So guys, next up is trim time. So I'll just show you what trim time does. So let me just quickly open one video. Because as you can see, this right here is a video, and if I wanted to trim this video, so earlier what used to happen, the video which is present right over here does not move. So video does not used to move, but with this tweak, you know that what happens in that particular second. So you can arrange it with your own choice. So guys, as you can see, if I wanted to trim this video from right over here, earlier the video which is present right over here does not used to move, or actually it was not even a video, it was just a thumbnail. But with this app, you can see each and everything what is happening in that particular second from this tweak. So this is because of a tweak called trim tunes. So this come in very handy, trust me guys, I have used it a lot. Next up is YouTube D. YouTube D allows you to play YouTube even after escaping it. So guys, I'll just show you. I'll just play one video, and let me just play this thing only. So guys, as you can see, the video is running in the background.
Cool and clean is this thing. So this is the
And this right here is pin 11.
So here's surprise Harshin, back with another video. So guys, in this video, I'm gonna show you another 10 more exciting scenes.
So guys, as you can see, this is due to a tweak called YouTube D. This allows you to play YouTube in your background. So this is a very great tweak which you can install. Next up is Zenith. Zenith, what it does is that, so I'll just show you what Zenith does. So as you can see, you can hide icons below the icons which are already present on your screen. So I'll just show you adding one. So guys, as you can see, this right here is watch, and when I swipe down on this, I can add applications, whichever application I want. So I'll just add news inside of watch. So whenever I swipe down from that particular icon, so as you can see, this will give me a very clean look. And as you can see, news now comes at the bottom of watch, and all the applications which were present right over here goes down, and this looks very clean. You can add 4 apps which you want, so one over each edge, and this looks pretty good. Obviously, if you're using these corner apps, you can only add 3, and 2 in case of the top corner apps. So guys, next and final is Eclipse X. Eclipse X is redefined and redesigned for your iOS 12. So this gives your device a dark theme, and as you can see, this is looking pretty insane. And this is due to a tweak called Eclipse 11, and this looks pretty cool, and this also increases the battery backup of your device.
So guys, basically I compiled all of these useful tweaks in one video, and guys, this is pretty much it. So guys, if you want me to make a part 2 of this thing as well, I mean the jailbreak tweaks, let me know in the comments down below or in the poll in the top right corner. So guys, I think that stuff was pretty much it for this video, and if you guys have made it till the end, drop a like to this video, and if you want making me more such kind of videos, hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.